Hello, welcome to Daily Smith Summit News. This is the news channel where I talk about when Smith Summit will happen. Today we have a guest who has interacted with the data pack community before and has been inspired by a pack so much they designed an entire one based upon it. Welcome, Stateus, to the interview.
Thank you so much, Lush.
Yeah, no problem. First question got to ask, how do I pronounce your name? Because I've went through every single attempt and I still don't fully know.
This is a great question, great starting out question. It's actually pronounced Status. I originally was thinking of the username. I was like, okay, I want Status, my username, Status. But it was taken, so I was like, maybe I'll add a silent E in there. That'll work. And it didn't really work. So there's Stadius, there's Status.
Yeah.
I've gotten used to it. I've kind of given up, but Status is the correct pronunciation, actually.
Okay, oh yeah, thank you, Status, for correcting my poor grammar. But yeah,
Oh, no worries.
so would you like to introduce yourself and your project to the community?
Sure. I'm Status, and I work on a little project called Spiced, or Crop and Kettle Spiced. It's a add-on for the Creature Comforts Crop and Kettle that adds a bunch of new recipes, new workstations, new items. And I'm working alongside my friend Pan, who does the textures and art. I do the programming, and we've been working at this for about half a year. Yeah, I guess half a year by now. It started in January, and yeah, it's going pretty well. It's about food. So I was playing through Crop and Kettle, and what I really enjoyed about one of the little highlights I loved about it was the multi-step recipes. I liked, okay, instead of getting 5 ingredients and just putting them together, my item, like having, okay, I need to make the dough first, and then you make this and this, and almost like more complexity, I guess is the right word. And that's what my inspiration for Spice was. I want a kind of not so like a kind of more complex recipe. Like, okay, a ton of steps you need to take to make this dish or something. In fact, the goal of Spiced is to make the King's Feast, which is a culmination of 5 different dishes, which each have a lot of steps to go up to them, and adding a bunch of new ingredients, a bunch of new items that can also be used to make other recipes. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that is definitely really cool to hear. I know that I've seen a little bit about your booth and like talk about the King's Feast and other food that you can make. And would you like to talk about your booth and what people will find inside of it?
Oh yes. So the vision behind our booth was to kind of give people a little taste, a little flavor of what Spiced is, the kind of the feel of um the recipe structure and all that such. So we have a little seaside location in Welded Woodlands by Stars Labs and Sky Void. Um, and it's really great. I have a little cabin there, some things, and the idea is when you enter the cabin, you'll be greeted with a little title that pops up, and you'll get your first 2 items: a cookbook and a little knife. And you'll see in front of you, or to by you actually, there's a bunch of workstations, and in the cookbook it'll tell you, okay, we're to make the huntsman's pie. The idea of the booth is to make this, yeah, the huntsman's pie, and you see the player. You could go around throughout the booth. There's ingredients hidden around the place, in the cellar, in the boat, just outside the cabin, and to collect them all, process them, and make the huntsman's pie. That's the vision we have for the booth, which has been completed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool to hear. I know that you just mentioned that you've completed the booth, which is very good. We get into a stage with many projects where they've actually been able to start wrapping up and submitting for something to happen. So with this free time, have you been looking around at maybe other booths, other places, and is there anything that's caught your eye, really?
Yes, I've been enjoying seeing the booths come up on the onboarding server, or the place where, as they come upon the onboarding server. I've actually started helping out Stardust Labs with some of their development, since they're a little behind. But also, I got this wonderful NPC code from Snave, who works with AJ over there, um, and I've been using it for my own booth and for Stardust booth. There's actually a little hidden tea party you can find in the Stars Labs booth, which I suggest you look for. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I could tell you about my history of data packs, I guess. Yeah. So I've kind of been around data packs for not as long as some other vendors. Some vendors have been in the community for quite a while. But my first interaction with data packs was actually through Stars Labs, which I'm working with now. It was like, wow, this is so cool. I didn't realize that you could kind of do this without mods. The kind of server side, how you don't need to actually have all the players download it. Since I have run a few servers before for my friends, and I was like, wow, that's kind of magical. So I kind of looked into stuff. Like 1.5 year ago, no, 1 year ago, about found lead, lead in there, fathoms, and then from there I found Jake's Crop and Kettle, and I started like, okay, hey, I can get into this. I made a few packs before. I made this one called Updraft, which kind of sucks. Don't download it, please. It's super laggy. The idea is like, oh, what if I gave end crystals another use? By like getting these little charges you can use on them and make it some sort of vertical motion, like I guess an updraft. That's what. Yeah, that's right. And so the players to fly up or something, or more vertical transportation options, which I didn't find was very prevalent in Minecraft. But through those kind of not so great experiences, well, like the code is all right. When I started getting to add-on development, I started looking at maybe Jake's code, who works for Creature Comforts, or at he's kind of head. I don't know. Yes, when I started looking at maybe Jake's code and some code of other people, I started realizing, okay, I could do this, and started learning slowly by slowly how to make data packs. It's kind of a bit of a habit where instead of actually doing research or sometimes read the docs of things, I just kind of jump into things like when I tried to learn Godot a few years ago. That's the kind of same process. Just jump into it and slowly learn as you kind of immerse yourself in the program.
Yeah, but that's very cool to hear that you've interacted with a lot of friends of Summit as well with your introduction to a lot of these data packs and whatnot. And it really makes me ask a question. What drew you closer to data packs rather than a different form of Minecraft modification like just mods?
Well, admittedly, I did try mods. I got through Coffin Joe's tutorial. Well, not through like part 7, and I kind of just gave up. For me, data packs were much easier to kind of start working with. I could easily use commands in just vanilla Minecraft and get kind of in that way. I don't know. It's easier to see other people's code with data packs because it's kind of you can just unzip the file. Um, and it was much easier for me to get interest in learning how they work and getting to where I am now.
Yeah, that is very cool to hear. And yeah, so the fact that you've interacted with all these people and all these people have inspired you, is there anybody from your community or you or any other projects that have actually helped you that you would love to give a shout out to?
Well, I guess the most basic ones are Crop and Kettle. That's how I got here. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have a pack I've been working on. I guess Pan, of course, who's working on Spice with me. Actually, having a partner. My other projects, since they're solo projects, I never really got very far with them. But when you have a teammate, when you have someone else to keep you accountable, that really helps, which is something I'm really thankful for. Stars Labs, of course, for getting me into this. I guess Lead Astro, Lux, that kind of little community was with for I guess past like half a year and such. But there's so many people who've helped me along this journey. I'm really thankful for all that, and it's great to see people do get into building things with data packs and helping other like artists and programmers and modelers, and it's fun to meet all these people. And I know I can't shout everyone, so shout out everyone.
Yeah, of course. Any links provided will be put in the description, so make sure to check that out for projects like Spiced and whatever else will be down there. So make sure to look down there. But
Yes.
yeah. So we've sort of covered all bases now, really. We've talked a little bit about you, a little bit about your projects of past, and a little bit about inspirations and Smith. So would there be any final messages that you want to tell the audience as a sort of a rounding up segment?
Well, I guess I'll just say that if you want to make a data pack with that idea, go ahead, go do it. It's as simple as saying yes. And once you say yes, you start the next step. Just like, okay, open up that text editor, then start making the MC meta or whatever. If you want to make a data path, go do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I did it. And yes, hope to see you guys at Summit. And thank you, Luce, for this interview.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, thanks for showing up. There has been news on Smith Summit today, and I'll speak with all of you later. Bye bye.
Bye.